Hey everyone, Fire Princess here, and we're back with another medieval charter challenge with The Sims 2 today, so let's get right to it. We're with Hubert and Helewyse Brockus today. She is still a redwood at the moment because she's a little too young to marry Hubert, but she is actually only a couple days away from becoming an adult. Hubert is definitely one of my favorite Brockus brothers because of his pickpocketing ways and kind of nefarious ways. Him and Helewyse both, so we're gonna have a lot of fun with them. One of the wants that Hubert has, though, is he actually wants to purchase a community lot, and I have a lot set aside for us to look at that we potentially are going to get for him. He does have a little bit of money to hopefully be able to afford it. What does Helewyse want to do? Listen to her joke, man. But let's go peek over at that lot and see what it looks like. I'm not sure what exactly he'll do on that lot because his career is the artist career, the EA artist career. So I'm not sure what we'll do on the community lot, but his one true hobby is breakdancing, so we could just use that lot to breakdance for tips. And then Helewyse, she didn't have any traits that allowed us to choose her career early, so we're gonna have to kind of see what her career ends up being, what we roll for it to be in a couple days when she ages up. I imagine they'll be able to afford it just because it literally is just this tiny little lot. But I do need to fix some stuff here, like get rid of that road, cover the phone booth type thing. And I really just wanted a super small lot because they're only peasants. I don't think they'd be able to afford very much. And this lot is actually right next to all of the other peasant housing. So I think it's just kind of one of those, they just commandeer it and use it to pedal breakdancing type things along the road, and it's across from the Midsummer Market area, which is actually where Nickel sells his items too. So I could see them using that foot traffic from his business to try and kind of sway some of the customers over here to put some tips in the bucket. I think I'll wait to throw anything on this lot really until we know what Elois is gonna do, and then we may kind of adjust it for her situation as well. So we'll peek back in at this lot later. Just for curiosity's sake, I wanted to check and see how much that small community lot is gonna be, and the breakdancing mat is 5,000 simoleons, so the lot price right now is 6180 with the breakdancing mat on it. So I think I better just buy it now because they literally have just enough to be able to afford it. I'll change the community lot description and everything on there since it literally just says for Hubert. Alright, sweet, we have a new community lot. We're gonna go celebrate over at the Four Shields Tavern, if we can afford it. Helewyse's one true hobby is poker, so I want to have her come in. I might have to move this real fast so I can click it. Sign up and have her come inside. Hubert, maybe we should have him beg for money out here. Hold on, let's go here. Who is this? Oh, it's Grace. Oh, I guess I gotta have Hubert do the sign up as well. We're just gonna be able to stay for a very short while. But it's Grace. So, Grace, I wanted to keep an eye out for her because Elois was actually hoping to become friends with her on one of the episodes. And I think this will be a good opportunity for them to become friends. Elois can't afford to play poker, so you know, there's that. Oh, it's his uncle. Hey, Adam. Hi. Alright, let's see, can we? Okay, here we go. Perfect. This is what Hubert's gonna do here. Just sit on the floor and beg for some money. Yeah. I don't know how successful that's gonna be. Mary enjoys helping out the poor and various Sims around the neighborhood, so I honestly don't think she'd really care that Hubert is here requiring assistance. Okay, let's have a chat with Grace though. Because I don't know that Elois is gonna be a fisherman or anything like that, but I do want to build that relationship in case she does roll anything along those lines. She can have a chat with her, see how well they get along. And then we may just have to leave. I was hoping we'd get to play poker, but that's too expensive right now. Grace liked our joke, that's a plus. We have Catherine Clark here. Ooh. Malkeen Tavern. Oh yes, Catherine's saving us here. Alright, maybe only a little bit longer because we really have no money. And did I mention that actually he doesn't have a job either? Hubert doesn't have a job. He hasn't found the artist career in the newspaper that goes around yet, so we're still waiting on that. Let's stop begging for money. We may just have to go home. We're only at 15 simoleons here. He can't go home and paint or anything just because of the you're not allowed to work today holiday, but ooh, Catherine gave us $50. Thanks, Catherine. Right, run home before you lose any more to Mary. You can't afford that much. They're gonna spend the rest of the day just hanging out, probably chat together, so I think... Oh no, the dog's digging. Hey, stop it. Chase off. Get out of here, dog. Alright, well, I guess we'll be filling that in. But yeah, so they're not going to do much the rest of the day because they can't afford very much, and I mean, you can see they don't even have like chairs or anything. They just have like 2 cots on the ground. They don't have enough money to make like an upper level to create some more space for them. Elois did bring this with her, the lovely counterfeiting machine. We'll see if we are desperate enough to have to use it, because of course there's a risk with it, but I think today we're not desperate enough to use it. These two are so cute. I'm just sitting here watching them hanging out, talking about dating. They were talking about new additions to the family. I don't think any of them are family sims, so it'll be interesting to see what... Yeah, neither of them are family sims, so I don't know how quickly they'll really roll a want to have babies or anything, but I hope so, because they're gonna have cute little ones. Talking about the latest royalty. We don't actually have a king or anything yet. We're still making our way there. Elois broke the sink and Hubert is not happy about that. Look at that. He's lecturing her, the poor thing. He's pissed. Alright, well at least he's pitching in at least. He's like, look, I'll clean up the water mess as long as you come in and repair it. Does she even have any like mechanical? Oh, she does have one. Looks like Hubert has one more than her, but we'll have her mess with it. She's the one that broke it. She can figure it out, right? Well, don't stare at her like that, Hubert. Calm down. Don't burn down the house, Hubert. I am a little terrified. Y'all don't have much of anything, so unless you want to be sleeping in the street. Oh, nice, Elois. Okay, good. So she did fix it. Let's jump to the random occurrence scenario. I've decided to switch to just using dice. I have a dice set just from, I played a couple of D&D campaign type stuff, so I have dice now, like physical dice. So I think I'll just go with that because I lost my other dice roller. The website went down, or I don't know, something happened to it, so I can't find one that I really like. There are 7 different scenarios though for the random occurrence scenario, so I'm gonna do a D8 and we'll just roll again if we get an 8. But let's see what we get. 4. Disease and illness. Conveniently, there are 8 sections under disease and illness, so I'm gonna just roll our D8 again. Let's see what we get. 5. Oh god. Insanity. Sim goes insane for 4 days. Must go to the almshouse or monastery for treatment, which is to attain lifelong happiness and anger management. Roll to see if Sim is released and returns home, so that'd be an even number, or if the Sim is permanently insane and remains in the almshouse monastery for life. I don't know who we should have go insane. Although, you know what? I do know who we should go insane. Look at this. Look at little Miss Elois. She already is insane, so maybe we can have her be the one that goes to the monastery to get treatment. Based on just how it works or not, we'll see if it helps her or not based on our rolls. But if it does help her, then we could maybe remove her insane trait and replace it with something else. What do you guys think of that? I think that could be an interesting way to go. We have 4 days left in winter, which means she could spend the rest of the winter in, it'd have to be the almshouse then. Okay, how about this? We're gonna do a birthday party for her because she doesn't want to do a birthday and she does age up today anyway. So we'll age her up, get her shipped off to the almshouse because her age up is gonna kind of exacerbate her already insane trait, and then we'll peek back in by the end of the episode because that'll be 4 days in the almshouse to see how she fares, and we'll just have poor Hubert here kind of stuck without Elois. Find a job, please. Let's actually have Elois Let's have her do some counterfeiting, because I think she would totally celebrate for her birthday with counterfeiting. She has just below gold, so I think we might be okay for a little bit here. While Hubert searches for a career, not entertainment, not minstrel. I'm pretty sure that one is the athletic career, so I don't think that's the one we want. Nothing available today. Elois has gone to jail in the past for counterfeiting, so she's hoping to be a little more cautious this time. We'll see how well that goes. At least Elois will leave a little bit of money to Hubert before she has to go. I love her evil laugh while she's counterfeiting. It's just so silly. Hubert's just calmly painting, not minding, minding his own business, ignoring the fact that what she's doing. Okay, she can do it. Let's do it till like 9:30ish. We'll do it for another sim hour, and then let's get her party going so she can get to the almshouse. Or really the cloister. I have a cloister over almshouse. The almshouse kind of has all the extra females just as needed for Sapbury. Oh, crap. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, crap. I freaking knew that was a chance. No. I'm trying to see what they're... Oh, crap. Oh, I had a fire alarm. What? Oh my god, look at... Look at the fireman. I didn't realize I had a fire alarm on this lot, so that's my bad. I shouldn't have had a fire. Well, I need to fix my fire department. People. I need to find... Where's the alarm? Yeah, I don't want that to go away. We'll just take some extra money from that and say that was from counterfeiting. Because that should have been a lot worse than what it was. Alright, Elois, why don't you go take your cash and let's just throw a party before you burn the house down some more. Good gravy. That is a perfect excuse for her to kind of go insane. Maybe the fire, triggered something in her that she just, could not handle it anymore. Yay, look at that. Grace showed up. A bunch of her Oh, Hubert, no. Yeah, I think Hibert's having a bit of a breakdown. They just lost their brother. If you remember from one of the recent episodes, we had Rainfred pass away due to a stupid Roswell. I know, and Hibert's a family sim, so I do think this really affects him, I'm sorry, Hubert. Here, why don't you, Hubert, you stop painting for a second. Of course, the sisters are playing, smashing each other with pillows. I guess I should get a, Hubert, don't call your brother crazy. Come on, he helped you get this house. Have some respect. Oh, Hubert. Alright, we can afford a cake now, so that's a plus. Let's see. Let's do this cake. If I can set it down somewhere. Well, we can afford it, so we'll just temporarily buy something. Do a table coming out of the house or something. Yeah. Is that? Oops, I thought that was wood. It's stone. Oh well. That's fine. Okay, so let's see if the cake will work now. There we go. And then I don't know if that's going to be a problem, so I'm going to move that for a second. Don't concern yourself with it. It's fine. Man, her outerwear is exceptionally too nice for a peasant. Where did you snatch those up? Here we go, Elois. And I'm gonna have to age her up again because I have the mod that has college mod, basically. Oh my gosh, that outfit. But I gotta age her up again because she's a peasant. She can't actually go to college or anything. That's not part of her journey. So let me age her up again real fast. One more time. There we go. Add a random trait to Helewyse. Or I guess it's add missing trait to Elois. Let's see what that gets us. That gets us unflirty. Oh no. Sorry, Hubert. And then let's have some cake. Oh, and then we do... I think I'll wait to choose Elois's career until she's out of the cloister and possibly cured of her insanity. Only because if she ends up stuck in the cloister for the rest of her life anyway, then it doesn't make sense for us to choose anything or to be hyped up about a possible career that she can't even go into if she doesn't end up out of the almshouse or cloister, so we'll hold off on that. And then I think let's get her moved out, unfortunately. We'll finish the party, though. We're not going to be that cruel. I want her to interact with Hubert. I don't want to push anything, but I want them to, like... Here we go. Come on. We need you to be, They're in love still because I have a mod, but I want them to do something. Yes, there we go. Thank you, Hubert. I know Elois probably won't since she's unflirty, but... Yay! They're so cute. I'm so sad that she's gonna be leaving for a bit. I was looking forward to potential babies this round, or a wedding this round even, but I guess we're gonna have to push that a little bit. Oh, they're so cute. I love them. I'm not even paying attention to anyone else. Okay, hold on. Let's zoom out a bit so I can at least see what else is going on. Of course, Philibert and Janet are all over, or Jeanette are all over each other. Oh, cool. We just became friends with Folk. Whoa. Oh, I forgot. Gerard Redwood. Gerard and Folk do not like each other. Probably because Folk flirts with Gerard's wife. So, you know, understandable. Oh no, Eleanor's crying too. Eleanor, what's wrong? What happened? 1 minute left at the party. Oh, Gerard and Folk. Come on now. Oh, and then that's gonna make Eleanor cry. It's making her upset that her uncle and her dad don't get along. Oh boy, now she's gonna play a prank. Maybe she can lighten the mood before this turns into a brawl. They have 45 seconds to not turn this into something. Grace is yelling at Adam. Oh no, at Mally. Mally. Man. Didn't realize there was so much antagonism here. Goodness gracious, Grace. I didn't know you were so rude. I wonder what happened between her and Mally. I don't remember if there was anything specifically. Eleanor was the peacekeeper here. She distracted Gerard by throwing some water balloons. Alright, we ended on a good time. No fights broke out, shockingly. Eleanor was a peacekeeper. I appreciate that. She wants to reach a logic skill, okay. Elois has made it to the Cloister with the lovely Christine Leventhorpe, who heads it, of course. And then we have Sybil Lytton here, who we haven't seen in a while. Looks like she's just doing some schoolwork here. She actually is going to go to college and everything. All of this is off screen, but because she's in the Cloister, I feel like she'd be doing some sort of religious college, something like religious training, because she did stay on to be part of the Cloister. So I think that she does get kind of a longer life in that sense because she'll keep going in college, but all the Cloister stuff is kind of off screen for the most part. We have so many families, I kind of have to, like, some things I just have to not have be part of the main play and story and help us kind of get through things quicker. But yeah, so she's over here. Looks like she's making herself comfortable. I was thinking about, though, we don't... The way that we cure her insanity is for lifelong happiness and, what was it? The lifelong happiness and anger management. But she is a peasant, which means she can't read. So how she's gonna accomplish that, I don't know. And she's unlucky, so I think her role may be pretty slim for her to actually make it out of her insanity and come back to reality, which is really sad because I really enjoy Elois, so I'm a little worried about her, but I don't know. Things aren't looking very good for her right now. Alright, well, I guess Hubert, now that he's lost Elois, at least hopefully temporarily, we'll see. I think he's gonna spend the rest of the day just kind of hoping... I'm hoping for him to finish his painting. And then we do have, one of our families has like a consignment store. So I'm kind of going back and forth on if he's just going to sell the painting while we're waiting for him to get the artist career through EA careers, or if we're going to do like the consignment store and just have him give his painting to the consignment people, and then they give him like a percentage of what they expect to sell from it. Just so that he has something in his pocket for a little while. I don't know yet. I'm still working out the kinks of that. But he might as well work on his painting in the meantime. Oh my goodness, another freaking wolf. How dare you. Your dog. Go chase off Miranda. Get her out of here. They keep going and ruining the lot. This is what his painting is gonna look like. He's actually a pretty decent painter, I think, anyway. Considering it's not worth anything. I think we're just gonna have him sell it because the consignment store sims, the Beesburys, I think they'd take one look at it and be like, yeah, that's not worth selling in our store, goodbye. So we're just gonna have him sell it. And actually, I think I kind of want him to go on to his community lot today, considering it's bought, he's paid for it. Like, let's just go check it out. He can go do his breakdance for tips, something fun for him to do to kind of distract from the fact that Elois is not around at the moment. So let's have you find a job. Drum roll, let's see if we get an artist career. Penal system. Nope, we don't want to be a prison guard. Knights. Criminal career. As much as he is a criminal, I don't think he would admit to it. And medicine. Dang it, we're having no luck with that career, man. I totally forgot. He can just breakdance for tips, like, in general. We don't need, like, the breakdance mat in order to do it, because he's already learned how to do it, so we don't need, like... Oh, his brother's here to congratulate him on his first day. Yes. Ooh, and Layla's here. Okay. For one, I'm probably gonna have to get rid of the breakdance mat. But for two, Layla! So I wanted to show you. He is actually friends with Layla. And I think we could go some interesting ways with this, because I think he must have just off-screen been becoming friends with her. And let's actually chat with her and just see kind of how this conversation goes. I was kind of thinking, Elois, one of her turn-ons is actually fairies or plant sims. And, ooh, he got 100 simoleons off that, nice. He likes lycanthropy, like werewolves. And it's very early formed, but I was thinking for the insane trait thing and like getting Elois out of the cloister, I don't think Hubert would just sit around. If she ends up stuck in there, I don't think he'd sit around and just let her rot in the cloister, because their love is too pure and they are just too perfect for each other. I don't think Hubert would sit around. I think he would honestly try his hardest to make sure that she gets out, crazy or not. And I think he would try and find a way to cure her insanity on his own. So I kind of am leaning towards, let me know what you think of this, because I'm sure we won't get to it this round, but I was kind of thinking, if she does end up stuck in the cloister, if she does not cure her insanity, I think Hubert would consider turning Elois into a werewolf to try and cure her insanity. Now, this all hinges on the end of the episode on whether or not Elois is actually stuck insane or not. So we'll see kind of if this turns into anything. But I think Hubert would try and work with Layla. And I don't know that her becoming a werewolf would actually work as far as curing her insanity. It could, in fact, make it worse, especially if we had, like, an insane werewolf. Like, consider the implications of that. But I think it could be a very interesting route to go with Hubert and his, like, hope to help Elois in one of the ways that he knows how, especially since he's friends with Layla. If you have any other fun ideas that we could kind of play around with that, let me know. But Hubert's not gonna sit around and let Elois sit in that cloister. No. I'm kind of worried about Philibert and Layla here, because there is some chemistry there. Oh, he's gossiping about Rainford. It's a little soon for that, man. Oh, wow. Was that a wolf? I couldn't tell. Oh, no, it's like a bear. Okay, I was like, is he already talking about wolves? Not quite. Calm down. Okay, let's bring Hubert over to the Midsummer lot. I want him to go over and just kind of explore a little bit over there. He's earned a little bit of money with his breakdancing, but, you know, I think he's gonna act out a little bit and go to the Midsummer Fair and maybe try his hand at some pickpocketing, try and act out a little bit because he's upset. So I'm leaving Hubert kind of on his own because I want to see if he has any negative interactions with anyone, because if he has negative interactions, that's kind of his go ahead to pickpocket people. That's his excuse, like, oh, well, they were rude, so guess I get to pickpocket them. So it's kind of up to him on how many pickpocketing interactions we end up doing. Okay, no hanging out with Tosha. Come on now. Listen to Mila's joke. Mila's come a long way as far as status goes and rank and stuff. Gotta upgrade her outfit though. It does not match her hat, her outfit, her outerwear. Okay, that was positive interaction. Oh, we have the captain of the military over here. Oh, there was a negative interaction. Okay. No, this is perfect because we're kind of hiding in the back. The captain is over there, but he's kind of like looking at the fire, maybe not paying total attention to what we're doing. So I think this may be our perfect opportunity to go and try and get some pickpocketing in and see how the interaction goes. So let's do, I don't know what's the difference between these two pickpockets, but let's just choose one and see how it goes. Oh no, the captain's over there. Oh no, perfect. Ha, take her over here, Hubert. I like it. Yeah, there we go. He's got 2 chemistry with Mila. Yeah, push her into the tent. Yes, nice one, Hubert. Completely out of the vision of the captain of the military. So remember, the only time he has like a chance to be caught for that is if they decline that pickpocketing interaction. So depending on how well that goes. Ooh, this may be a bad interaction. Yes, it is. Ha! Totally not getting along. The captain's still distracted. We're still hiding in a corner here. Let's go, go, go. Pickpocket. He keeps pulling them in this corner. It's wonderful. Perfect. This is just the pickpocketing corner. Don't worry about it. Nice. Okay, he better not push his luck any more than he already has. I'm gonna have him go home because he's pretty hungry anyway, so I'll just take care of his needs and we'll move on to tomorrow. But that was a pretty successful day, I'd say. No one declined his pickpocketing interaction, so he didn't have to worry about jail time. The captain of the guard was not paying attention, so good job, Hubert. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh my goodness. Let's see what this newspaper has in store for us. Please let us have a career. But he did wake up, like he's really wanting to interact with people, so like talk about hobby, wants to dance, that kind of thing. I'm gonna interpret that as he's really missing Elois and really wants to see her. So he's gonna actually stop by the Cloister today and just kind of peek in and see how she's doing. He's really concerned because of her, you know, breakdown during her birthday and after the fire and all that sort of situation. Knighthood, nope. Adventure, nope. Slacker. Ugh. Well, the weather's certainly a little nicer over here. Chat with Elois, see how she's doing. I'm not gonna click on anyone else because it's like we're not really controlling them, you know what I mean? See how she's doing. She's got her outfit on, of course. Yep, they're enjoying the nice weather over here in the Cloister. He may follow up actually with Christine a little bit too. We'll just have him chat with her and just see what she thinks about how Helewyse is doing and that kind of thing, you know? Christine's just staring at poor Sybil. I just love it. Hubert's just like, you know what? I don't care. Insane or not, you're the one. I love you. Too cute. Go talk to Christine. You need to get her opinion on how the lovely Elois is doing. Elois, of course, still has feelings. Good. Glad to see it, Elois. Talking about the party where Elois had her breakdown. He's like, look, she doesn't drink wine very often. No, I don't think it's the wine. Oh, poor Rainfred. He's like the latest gossip right now. Yeah, you've lost 2 of your brothers. That's what he was talking about. He's like, look, I've gone through these 2 hardships, losing 2 brothers. I'm still here. I'm still making it. You can make it through this too. Okay, he probably should make it back home and get some painting in today because he's barely done anything. It's our last day to be able to hopefully grab an artist career, minstrel career. So no, that's the music career. We don't want that one as much as he likes music and dance. Dance career, nope, that's still not what we're looking for. We didn't roll him to get into that. Or education, no. Oh, alright, it was not meant to be this round for him to get the artist career. That's just too bad. Alright, well, it's still too snowy for him to do kind of breakdancing and be able to do much with that, so I'm gonna have him keep just painting So he's got this painting going on here. I'm a little concerned with what I can see from this little peek into the painting. Well, as we suspected, yeah, it's quite worrisome. On that note, I think Hubert's gonna go to Layla's lot because he wants to have a conversation about what exactly it entails for potentially changing someone into a werewolf. Poor Hubert, he wants to learn couples counseling. I don't think that's related to your issues right now with Helewyse, my friend. So it is, let's see, it is winter, so I don't know that he's gonna be able to collect a lot of stuff from here. So what do we have? We have a life plant here that's not really related. There's a cow plant, death plant, more death plants, forbidden fruit, plasma plant for those vampires we eventually have, forbidden fruit. I don't know that the forbidden fruit is anything that we need. Oh, they're best friends now. Good, 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 good. Talking about fighting, you know, I don't think fighting your way out, fighting Elois's way out of the Cloister is the greatest of ideas. I do think she's gonna have him pray to the statue though, because the great fairy may have the answers that he seeks, telling her about his family members who have died. Oh, I didn't think he would, okay. I thought he'd go over by the statue and plead, but go plead at the great fairy though. I know you want to plead to Layla, but she wants you to plead at the statue here. I know. Elois enjoys plant sims or fairies, so we could do something along that line where like Hubert converts himself actually instead of making Elois into something. But I just don't think from that perspective it makes sense, because I don't think him changing himself would make him think that Elois would get better, you know what I mean? Like, I think his mind would be like, I'm gonna convert her into a werewolf, it'll cure her insanity. Whether or not it does, we'll see. Okay, let's chat with her a little bit longer, see if there's anything else he might be able to learn from her, and then I think he's just gonna go home and paint. Get a little bit extra money before taxes are due. Luckily, between the counterfeiting and the pickpocketing and selling a few paintings, they actually made a decent amount of money. They made more than I was expecting them to. Okay, I'll admit, I'm too curious to see if Elois is gonna come back or not. So we're gonna jump to tomorrow, which is the last day. It is tax day, that sort of thing. So we'll be able to see if Elois comes back. So let's go peek in with her and see how her stint at the Cloister was. Man, on the first morning that Elois is here at the Cloister, she's got multiple wishes for Hubert. I really hope he can get her out. I really don't know what I'm gonna do with her though. Like, in order to be cured of her insanity, she has to be able to read, and she can't read. So she does want to do a logic, which I think could maybe work to some extent. Like if she can get to logic level 3 or something, maybe that's something as an alternative for those Sims who can't read. If you have any ideas for that, definitely let me know, because that's something we're going to have to fuss with a little bit, because otherwise any of our peasants that end up in the insane asylum are never going to get out, which perhaps is fitting for the time and those Sims who were poor compared to others. But I do want to try and figure out something we can do to get them out. Or at least just have a chance to not be insane. Like maybe they can't do the reading stuff, but like I said, maybe we do the logic. Maybe we do charisma. Maybe it's both. I don't know, something so that not every peasant gets stuck. Like maybe it's harder to not gain it's harder to gain your sanity back for a sim that can't read. Christine has enough knowledge for the ability to impart skills onto Elois, so like she just gave her a logic skill point. And I'm just trying to think like other ways besides happiness and anger management that would help someone become a little more able to move on. If she can get one more logic and one more charisma, we'll say she at least made it enough to be able to no longer be insane. But we still have to do the dice roll anyway to see if she will make it out or not. But she does have, let's see, we have just a couple days left and then I'll roll for it. So I hope you don't mind the little peek-ins as to what she's been doing at the Cloister. You'll notice I updated Sybil Litton, so she's going to become the next abbess to the Cloister when Christine passes on. So I just kind of have her doing the college thing, learning how to be an abbess, that sort of process. And now she's starting to look more like her now that she's in college and learning how to be like her. But anyway, so I got 3 charisma for Elois and 3 logic. And then I was thinking too, so Elois has enough body points already, but I was thinking to add on and make it just a little more challenging, especially because there's impart knowledge. But the Sims also have to have at least 2 body skill, I think, for illiterate Sims to become no longer insane. And the 2 body skill, I'm thinking of like you know, the yoga and the meditation and like that sort of idea behind needing 2 body points. She just got her last point. Let's cancel that. Let's just see if she's gonna make it back out. The normal roll is gonna be from that Ross that we read earlier. Was basically that insane Sims, if they roll an even number, they're able to go home, but if they roll an odd number, then they have to stay permanently, and they just stay permanently insane regardless of if they reached the milestones or not that they needed to. And because she's unlucky, I do need to adjust those a little bit. Instead of it being like a 50-50 chance for her staying, I think I'm gonna do like 40-60. So 60% chance that she stays versus 40% chance she gets to go home. So she did reach each of her milestones, otherwise it would have been worse odds for her. And I'm gonna roll a d10, so let me find my d10. Let's see. Oh my gosh, she got a 5. Oh no. 0 to 3 would have been the she gets to go home. But the 4 to 10, or I mean, I guess the 4 to 9 in that case, would have been staying. And of course we get a 5. So that's super unfortunate. I'm super bummed. However, we kind of, you know, Hubert's cooking up a bit of a plan there. So even though she's stuck here now, I don't foresee her being stuck forever. Potentially, anyway. And we'll see what kind of plan Hubert and Layla can cook up to try and get her busted out of the cloister, becoming a werewolf. Hopefully trying to treat her insanity, because at this point she is insane. She will be keeping that insane trait. I have hope that Hubert will find her way. And with that, I already paid taxes on Hubert's side, so I just didn't record that side of it. It's no big deal. The taxes are paid. That's all you need to know. And that's about all I have for today. So I will see you all next time. Thanks so much for joining me.